I think that's hypocritical. Anyway, one of the most famous speeches is the one I mentioned earlier, which is the chickens come home to roost.
It's like I'm really in the room with him.
Yeah. And this is one that he will later complain was taken out of context. In the full context,
I was talking about chickens. No metaphor.
The full context is that there's an ambassador, Edward Peck, who's a former diplomat who's on Fox News. And he's giving this speech, by the way, the sermon on September 16th. So it's pretty ballsy. But Ambassador Peck talks about blowback. And he mentions, like, this is a white guy talking about this. America's chickens are coming home to roost. And, he goes on to talk about Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and, we nuked people who never batted an eye. And then we get indignant because the stuff we've done overseas is now brought back to our front yards. The chickens coming home to roost. Violence begets violence. Hatred begets hatred. And he keeps reiterating this is a white ambassador who says that. And that is the part that he complains was taken out of the speech when it was played on network TV, which true, sure. But I don't really know that if you had included that context, it would have had the power.
Every performer knows you double down. Never let the audience win. Whether it's a pedophile joke or you saying 9/11 was right 5 days after 9/11 happens. You do not give anyone anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you're joking, but the point of that sermon was that revenge is not the way, or that it's, revenge is just going to happen on the step to reconciliation. And we got to be, clear-eyed about what the revenge, that it is revenge in the first place, and not
it's
just
an incredibly
random.
relevant point, and I think 99% of Americans are willfully ignorant of the fact that the way we behave on a global theater inherits this kind of legacy of people hating you enough to drive a plane into your buildings. But that's what I mean, man. The second you give anybody this is taken out of context, or I didn't mean this, I mean something else, you give away the whole farm.
Yeah.
Which has your chickens on it.
Yeah.
Come home to roost.
Yeah, you need those. You're gonna need those chickens.